Hello and welcome to Her Smile. My name is Adele. Thank you for joining me. Here at Her Smile, we specialize in her energy, her healthy waistline, her beauty, her skincare, her makeup artistry, and her style, so that you, our beautiful clients and followers, can step out with a more beautiful smile. Okay, now where do you start? That's the question that we've asked you. Where do you start on your journey to your health, your beauty, your style, so that you can step out feeling more beautiful with a beautiful smile? And our answer is you start right here, right now. Now here at Her Smile, we believe you are what you eat, think, do, and wear. But you are nothing without your health, so we always start with what you do. So stay tuned. Now, last night I started the subject on pelvic floor, okay? Now wait, yes, your pelvis does have a floor, okay? So, why did I do this? Because of my personal journey. If you tuned into part 1, you will have heard my journey of my pelvic floor and how I just ignored it because it was too hard. It was in the too hard basket, okay? And 20 years later, I was full of remorse. I wish I had taken responsibility for it 20 years ago, okay? So what I did was I was facing the knife and I went, no way, this isn't happening. And I started to build a relationship and really went out there to understand my pelvic floor. And I'm very proud to say and very pleased to say that I've come up with an amazing formula that my personal doctor that I've been with for 18 years, she wanted me to teach her, and I showed her and she said, Adele, you have made it so easy. Finally, I understand the pelvic floor. She said, you made it so easy to understand. So that's my mission, is to help you understand yours, to help women step out with a beautiful smile. Now, if you've got a pelvic floor disorders, it's going to affect your self-confidence, all right? So where do we start with this pelvic floor? Where do we start to understanding how to recruit it? And the first thing, of course, we have to do is understand the anatomy. Okay, so hopefully you can see here, this is your pelvic floor. It sits at the bottom of your world. It is a muscle that sits at the bottom of your world, and it's a hammock that holds up all your internal organs, all right? This is something we don't understand. The doctors say go off and work your core, but what they should be saying is go and discover your pelvic floor, because that is your core, all right? Okay, so I just wanted you to understand that. If you can see here, your pelvic floor sits as a hammock and a muscle between your pubic bone and your anus, all right? Between your pubic bone and your coccyx, I beg your pardon, all right? And what it's doing is, as a muscle, it's sitting there and it's providing support, yes, for all the internal organs up here. Yes, all the internal organs. Those are the things that we don't see, but what we are aware of is our incontinence, okay, or discomfort during personal relationships, intimate relationships, okay? Now, these are normal things, ladies, and we should be able to do those things without issue, okay? Life is for enjoyment, all right? So, your pelvic floor is sitting here and it's providing support to your anus as it eliminates, okay? So your rectum and anus, as you eliminate, it's providing support. It's providing support for your vagina, okay? So when you're holding that baby and when you're giving birth, your pelvic floor plays a very, very important role. And then, of course, your urethra for when you're passing urine. Okay, so what happens is, as we age, is this muscle it loses its elasticity, okay? And it starts to sag and to stretch, and especially if you've had babies, then it's been stretched. And then, of course, all the other internal organs have also been stretched, and they're applying pressure to your pelvic floor, and so that's when you feel like the bottom of your world is just falling out, okay? So we need to recruit and become aware of and understand this hammock, this muscle that's holding our whole world together, and that's been stretched through through birth, or all those things. We need now to put it all back together. Okay, do you understand why this is the most important part of your whole world? Okay, so if you have no control of your pelvic floor, it's really going to affect your lifestyle. And ladies, life is for living, and we want you to step out with a beautiful smile. So we need to understand, and we need to strengthen it. We want to be able to jump and laugh and run and sneeze and cough and do all those things that are normal and play with our children and grandchildren without being aware all the time that we might be leaking, that terrible fear that you think, "No, I'm not even going to go there because I'm just so embarrassed." Okay, so, and as I say, if you watched last night, you'll know that I'm speaking from heartfelt experience. Okay, so I just want to give you the good news that there are solutions. You're standing right here in front of me and I'm going to provide them to you. I just tonight wanted you to understand the anatomy before we go on any further. I want you to actually think about it, okay? Because really, really important part of your world. So if you're wanting to now understand what comes next, what to do next, then tune in please tomorrow night, this time, 7 p.m. Same place, same time, and I'm going to now take you on the journey of how to strengthen all that anatomy so that now that you understand what we're talking about, the importance of why we're doing it, now you're going to learn how to do it. Okay, great. So I look forward to seeing you tomorrow, and thank you very much for joining me, and have a lovely rest of your evening.